Hey, it's Ruby. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to film today because I haven't filmed in over a month at this point. You saw videos because I had pre-recorded some videos, except for last week because we went to Texas and it was such a roller coaster. The first week was super fun. We traveled everywhere. We went to San Antonio, we went to Corpus, we were buying a ton of books, which is why we have like over 30 books to get through, and I have 4 more in transit right now from Texas that I left before they got there, so I'll talk about them, but I'm not gonna be able to show them to you. But yeah, it was really fun. The first week we did a ton of shopping and a ton of bonding, and then the second week was still really nice, but it was a little bit more sad because we went to my husband's mother's funeral, and then my grandma ended up passing when I was there, and it was obviously, you know, really sad because I was really close to my grandma, but it was also just, I felt so grateful that I got to be there, that I was literally there with all my cousins and aunts and uncles and my mom when she passed. Like, we were able to, you know, it wasn't a surprise or anything, so I just, I'm really grateful that I was already there because I hadn't gone home in a year. And it was just very, I don't know, the way that everything happened, I'm just very thankful that I got to be there with all my family. But yeah, I love my grandma. I love her so much. I was really close to her. I would take care of her every single day when I lived in the valley in Texas. So yeah, I'm just thankful. I feel like I got to bond with her so much. Like, I have no regrets. I feel like we had an awesome relationship, and yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about it because it is sad. But yeah, let's get into these books. Because I have so many books, I ended up going to IKEA yesterday and I bought another Billy bookcase because I felt like I needed it. I have them just all stacked, and I was really reluctant because we are going to be moving. When? Who knows? But we are moving from the East Coast to the West Coast at some point. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get it. I'm just going to get it because I don't think all our furniture is going to travel with us to California. So I was like, just do it. And it ended up being super fun. It turned into like a little day date with my husband, and even he was like, I'm having a really good time, which my little Grinch heart was very happy. But yeah, we have so many books to get through, so let's just get into it. I'm gonna try and go as fast as I can, but still, you know, I'm still gonna chat with you because it wouldn't be a Ruby video if I didn't talk and talk and talk and talk, and probably lose my voice. When I got back, the reason you didn't have a video last week was because I got sick and I lost my voice. I wasn't like super sick, but I lost my voice, and I kind of needed that. So I'm like, I guess 90% right now in terms of, well, no, I feel like I'm at 100%, but I feel like my voice is still a little, who knows? It's probably just in my head. But the only Amazon purchase that I made was Quicksilver, because when I was in Texas, I feel like everybody was reading this and talking about this and loving this. And the actual like book cover has a dude on it, which I think is the first page of this one, right? Yeah, I knew I had seen him. And then this is the discreet cover. I got this one because I didn't love the dude on it, but should I have bought this? Probably not. I should have just read it on Kindle Unlimited first and see if I liked it, because it wasn't cheap, but you know. And then I ship all my Barnes pre-orders to Texas just because usually, I don't know, I just do. I just trust things going to Texas more than here. But I got Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. It didn't get there before I left, but like I said, it's in transit. My brother sent that to me, and he bought me the latest Housemaid book by Frida McFadden. I don't even know what it's called at this point. The Housemaid is Watching, maybe. It's the white one, the third one. We've buddy read those books, and at this point we just had to see it through. So he bought me that one. And then there's 2 other ones that I'll mention in a bit. But another pre-order that came in is Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. I will buy all Ali Hazelwood's books, even though I didn't love them all, but I do like them. Mostly, I think there was just one that I didn't love, and then the little novella bind up. But I've heard pretty good things about this, mixed but mostly positive. I did hear that this is definitely a little steamier than her other books, or a lot steamier, but general consensus is that people really like the FMC in this book, and that is good for me, because typically if I don't like one of the characters, it's going to be the FMC, because she either gets whiny or annoying, or, you know, so I have high hopes for that one. And then I did get in my copy of Powerful and Reckless. I did get the Barnes & Noble Powerful, but it's not that I didn't like it. I just liked this one more. And I think it's because it had purple, and I was already kind of upset that my Powerless copy didn't have purple, because I got the pink one from Barnes & Noble. But I did know that I wanted this blue Reckless one, because the normal one it has red, and I don't know, the black and the red just wasn't doing it for me, which is weird because they're 2 of my favorite colors. But I love blue. I feel like red has always been my favorite color, but lately I feel like blue is tied now. I can't just say red automatically, because I just really am drawn to blue. So I have the rest of the books now, and I have yet to read them. I've been reading a lot of arcs. I have a ton of arcs. I have a ton, which I'm very thankful for, but when I was traveling and stuff, I was focusing on those. And I actually read an arc that I gave 5 stars to, and it was in a book box, so we're gonna talk about it. But I loved it. My first Illumicrate, Goddess of the River by Vaishnavi Patel. I hope I said that right. If not, I'm sorry. But this is my first Illumicrate. I have heard good things about this author. I think her previous book, her debut book, was really popular and really well received, so I wanted to get this one. And it's pretty. I think it's the same as the traditional cover, just a different colorway. I think that's what I heard. The end papers are gorgeous. We have a beautiful goddess, and her dress is made out of water. The back is the exact same. And then we don't get an alternate dust jacket, but we do get a beautiful, stunning blue naked hardback with gorgeous gold foiling. So I really like this. I hope that I love it. If not, I will unhaul it. All of these, if I don't love them, I will unhaul them. I am not a hoarder. I really like to unhaul books, so keep an eye out, because if I unhaul it, it'll be on my Pango for sale. And then I finally got my freaking Fairy Loot 4th Wing. I do have the Iron Flame Fairy Loot book over here, but this one I had shipped to Texas, and it got there like back in April, I think, and I just told my brother, I knew it was gonna go, so I was like, just hold on to it. But I'm sure everybody has seen this at this point. I really like this series. I know it's not for everyone, but it is very much for me. And I'm not a Iron Flame hater. I know a lot of people didn't like Iron Flame, but I did. I do feel like it needed to be edited down. Like, Violet really was annoying, but I did like the story. I just wish we had cut out a lot of that whiny back and forth with Violet and Xaden, and like, I'm mad at you, and no, forgive me. So annoying. But other than that, I did like the book. And then I got is this July Romantasy? Yeah, I think this is July Romantasy, but this is a Romantasy book from Fairy Loot. It is the Wren in the Holly Library. And when this got traditionally published not too long ago, they actually did sprayed edges and everything. Like, you can literally go and still find it. It's nice, but I do prefer this cover. The edges, though, they're not my favorite. They're just not very cute. But I do really like the cover, so I don't mind, you know, having this copy. And then the end papers, Just they have this dude, the characters, I'm assuming the love interest and the main character, and the naked hardcover is okay. I mean, not my favorite, but I do love blue. So I love the cover of this. I think that's my favorite part. So maybe when I display it, now that I have a new bookshelf, I'll be able to display it like this. We'll see. I'm gonna be playing with it. I might buy trinkets. I might try and be one of those aesthetic girls that has like really pretty shelves, but I don't think I can go full on, like commit to like the full decoration because I'm moving. I don't know that I want to buy a bunch of little trinkets and then have to deal with the packing and all that. But I did get some things from Texas, so I'll put those on there. Then I got The God and the Gumiho by Sophie Kim. And this is again Fairy Loot, but this is the adult box. And I think this was the adult one for June. But I don't love the cover, but I mean it's okay. I don't love it. I like the other one with like the more traditional looking gods, but this one makes more sense. I've already read this. I had an e-arc of this book and I did enjoy it. This artwork I really like because I feel like it very much does give me Soka and Kim Nami. And was it Soka? I feel like those were their names, which I read this a bit ago, so the fact that I remember their names is saying something. But man, the actual book itself is so freaking cute. Like I love the end papers, and then the naked hardcover. I mean, the Creature Cafe is so cute, and that's where Kim Nami works, and Soka's obsessed with coffee, so it actually makes sense. I really like the book itself. I just don't love the dust jacket, but it's all right. I'm probably gonna display it with the edges out anyway, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, I did want to get this one because I did enjoy the book. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. Like I didn't super love it, but I had a good time. It was, people had said it was kind of like K-drama-y, and it was kind of campy. It was kind of goofy, silly. So I mean, I did like it. And then, oh my goodness, when I saw this freaking book, my jaw dropped. I love this book. I think it is so freaking beautiful. Not only that, I read an arc of this book and I gave it 5 stars because I talked about it in some of my videos, that this was a Mulan reimagining, and it said Mulan meets the Poppy War, and I love Mulan, and this definitely gave me Mulan vibes. I know that it had a bit of the mixed reviews, but for me, it was 5 stars. I freaking love this book. I cannot wait to read the next book. I will be picking up the Fairy Loot edition when they release the second book because it's so pretty. And I showed you, well, I had the arc, but if you just go to Barnes or you go anywhere, the actual first edition book is really beautiful also. It has more of this type of cover. Let me show you. It's red and orange, which makes sense because there is like a fire element in there, but also water, which is why the blue also makes sense. But the traditional cover is more along this colorway. We get the, you know, the red and the orange, which this is gorgeous. I love this. The edges, I'm telling you, I'm a sucker for blue, and it's so pretty. The end papers, oh my goodness. So this is her with one of the love interests, and she's, you know, a boy here. If you've watched Mulan, you know what's up. And then this is her as herself, and the other love interest from the love triangle, who is the bad guy. And oh my goodness, I just really like this book, and it's so pretty. The alternate dust jackets, like whatever, but it doesn't even matter because look at this. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. I freaking love it. Honestly, this is probably my favorite book that I own now in terms of aesthetics. I'm not even obsessed with it. With the book, with the cover. If you read it and you hate it, I'm sorry, but I really like it. is just so nice. Look at it. Never Trust a Dragon. It is different from Mulan. It's not exactly the same, but it has the vibes. But I really hope that we explore more of the dragon in the future. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but I loved it. So that's it for the book box books. Then I did pick up some Pango books. I have what's it called? By a Thread by Lucy Score coming in the mail, but it comes on Monday. And then I did pick up these two because after I read The God in the Gumiho, I wanted more Gumiho stories, which if you don't know, it's like Korean mythology, and a Gumiho is a nine-tailed fox. And this is another little YA duology. That other one was adult, although it didn't really feel super adult. But this is YA, and this is book 1 and book 2, and it is, I think, a completed duology, which is good. Wicked Fox by Cat Cho. So we'll see how that goes. They were in pretty good condition and relatively inexpensive, so I'm going to be reading these probably when they get chosen in the Bookshelf Ultimatum video, which I'm so happy that people loved that video because I had so much fun filming it, and now I get to film more. And we will see how many more books we unhaul because I'm kind of ruthless when it comes to unhauling books. From Blackwell, my brother ordered the entirety of the Magnolia Parks books, which, you know, I don't know how you get along with your siblings, but my brother and I are like this. And sometimes he just does too much. Like, he's just such a good brother. Like, dude, my family, like, they're all amazing, and it's like a humble brag because I feel so lucky and so blessed because even though my brother's 14 years younger than me, like, we are so close. And then, like, I freaking love my mom. She's literally my best friend, like, literally my best friend. And my dad is the best dad ever. Like, I can't complain. I have an amazing family, and I'm so thankful for it. But yeah, he bought me the entirety of the Magnolia Parks books, except for the last one, because he actually didn't know that it existed. He thought there was only 4, and there's 5. So I picked this one up from Blackwell. These are the UK editions. No, not this one. This one. They're the UK editions, and I don't have the other 2 because he ordered them, he exchanged them, and they kept coming in bad condition. And Blackwell's was kind of like, well, they're all bad, so I guess, you know, we'll just give you 50% of your money back and just keep them. And he's like, but I don't want these. I want, like, good books. And they're like, no. And they just gave him, like, half of his money back, which I thought was not very good customer service considering that they were the ones sending bad books. But I just told him to just try and sell them. He has a Pango also, which I'll list down below because he does have a ton of books, I think, that he's listed. I'm not sure, he might have sold some, but yeah, it wasn't like they weren't in horrible condition, but they were like a little damaged. And I was just like, well, just sell them, because he literally lost money on them. So poor guy. But I did order the other 2 that are missing, which was Magnolia Parks and then Daisy Hates, right? No, I don't know. It was 2 of them. It was the first one. Oh yeah, Magnolia Park's A Long Way Home. But they're not here yet. But yeah, now I have them. And like can you see? Like, even these are a little dinged, but I'm okay with it. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, it's fine. But yeah, those, they're the same as this, but whatever. It happened. And then, as you know, this is already getting so long. I'm gonna try and hurry through these. But as you know, Target had that buy 2 get 1 free sale, and they got me. But my mom bought 3 of these, and then I bought the rest. But anyway, the first one I got is this one, The Love of My Afterlife by Kirsty Greenwood. I got this because I saw one singular person review it and say that this was like her favorite book of all time now. And I was sold. I was like, say less. Add to cart. And then I did pick up the second book in the Lakefront Billionaires series, Love Unwritten by Lauren Asher. The first one I have yet to read because I want to read the Dreamland Billionaires trilogy first. I don't think that you necessarily have to. I just am that type of girl. So I will be reading that one first. And then I'll move on to these. But people really love these books. I've heard nothing but good things about this. I don't think I've seen anybody be like, dang, that sucked. So good news. And then Summer had gifted me book 1 in the Boys of Tommen series, and I think I've talked about it enough, how obsessed I was with book 2, Keeping 13, and how I really wanted to get it, and then the subsequent books. But the one that Summer gifted me was just like black spine. It didn't have ombre edges or anything like that, which is fine. I still really like it. But I wanted all of them to match. So I wanted them all to have black, and most of them still have the ombre edges, but the Targets over there were amazing. I feel like the Targets here suck. They never have anything, but over there they had everything. And I found all of the books except for the latest one, which makes sense because it's new, so I'm gonna have to wait for Gibbsy's book to be all black, but I got the rest. So I got Keeping 13, which I already read and I gave 5 stars, and then I got Joey and Aoife's books, Saving 6 and Redeeming 6, which I will be reading because I love these so much, and I'm so happy to have the matching black covers. And like I said, I would have bought Gibbsy's book, but I didn't find it in just the all black, so I'm gonna have to wait on that one. And then the rest are from Half Price Books. I did I think I pre-ordered Daydream by Hannah Grace from Target from the sale, and then Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros from the sale, and then that was it for the Target book. So I was pretty good because I am trying not to buy too many books. I'm trying to read them first before I buy them. That is my goal, to read them first before I buy them. But you know, vacation doesn't count. So we knew we were gonna go to Half Price Books, and because I don't have a Half Price here near me, I knew that I wasn't gonna be like, no, I can't buy anything. And my brother bought a lot of these. I think I only bought like 3 or 4 of them, and then he bought the rest, which was really nice of him to do. But the first one I got is The Liar's Knot by M.A. Carrick. This was like $8, which I thought was such a good deal. However, it's book 2, and I can't find book 1 on Kindle Unlimited on Libby, so I'm gonna have to buy it, but not now because I'm back on my book buying ban. So yeah, unfortunately I can't start the series because I don't have the first one, but when I do, I will start it because I know that a lot of people really do like it. And then I got book 3 in the Beartown trilogy by Frederick Bachman, The Winners, and I've heard nothing but good things about this one. I feel like people either love Beartown book 1 or The Winners book 3. I don't think that a lot of people say that the second one's their favorite, but all in all, I've heard that they're all good. Then, I don't know, I've been seeing Ellen Hildebrand books everywhere, and I feel like it's very much like Jodi Picoult, where it's, I don't know, is it women's fiction? Is it just lit fic? I'm not sure. I've been curious, so I bought one. I went and I looked to see which one was the most popular one because Half Price had a ton of her books. And The Hotel Nantucket and then 28 Summers seemed to be pretty highly rated, and this one was the highest rated one, so I got this one. And I think it's like romance leaning, so obviously I got the paperback. They did have the hardcover, but I don't like my romances to be in hardcover, so I got that one. And then I got Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams, a book that I read and I loved, and I knew I wanted a copy, so when I saw it, I was like, I have to get it. I have to get it from my shelves. I also found Get Alive Chloe Brown by Talia Hilbert, and when I went to Indiana, I found the other 2 this is the first one. So I'm happy that I have this. And it does have the From the Library of Laura Blanco. Laura, why'd you do this to me, girl? I just saw that actually. No, it's okay. I'm gonna pretend that Laura gave this to me. It's fine. I don't stamp or do anything to my books or annotate them because I'm very mindful that I don't hold on to everything that I read because of that reason. But anyway, then I picked up Ready or Not by Cara Bustone. And this one, we were actually at Barnes & Noble because he wanted he just needs 2 Overlord light novels to complete his set. And we were checking if they had them, which they didn't. And I saw this and I've heard so many people rave about this. So many people put it in like their top books of the year, give it 5 stars, 6 stars. And I'm very intrigued because this is supposed to be the surprise pregnancy trope that everybody hates. But somehow this book makes it work. And I feel like I believe the girls because with Happy Place by Emily Henry, it has a miscommunication trope. And certain people say they hate it because of that. But to me, it was done masterfully. Like if ever someone made the miscommunication trope work, it was Emily Henry and Happy Place. So I have high hopes for this. Plus, look how pretty the cover is. It's gorgeous. So I picked that one up, and at Barnes it was like literally, what was it, $18, and this one was $8 or $9. So I'm glad I waited. And then I picked up Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. I've only read one other book by this author, which was The Beautiful Ones. I gave it 5 stars. I've always wanted to read Mexican Gothic because it is her most popular book. So when I saw it, it was actually like $8, 7 something. I picked it up. I hope it's just as good as The Beautiful Ones. I have high hopes for that. And then I saw this. This is book 1 in the Inheritance trilogy, The 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin. I have not really heard much about this, but I have heard people talk about it and say they really like it. Not as much as the Broken Earth trilogy, but that they do like it. I've heard positive things. So because it's book 1, I was like, let me get it and just try it. And if I love it, then I will buy the other 2 in the trilogy. But I hope that I do like it because, you know, I want to be like the cool girls. This is the only new book that I bought at half price because if you've been to half price, you know that they have mostly used books, but then now they do have that section with new releases. And I had seen this at Barnes & Noble and it was $20.99, which is the price on the back of the book. And half price had it for $16.99. So I got it. It is Zodiac Academy, the first one. Is that what this series is called? Oh, the book's called The Awakening. But it is a Zodiac Academy series, which I think has like 9 books or something. And then some novellas. I'm gonna start my Zodiac Academy journey. I know that they're gonna be publishing these, but I don't know when, like what the deal is with the publication dates and all that. But I guess I'm gonna be getting the new ones since I have this one. I'm not sure. I'm gonna read them on Kindle Unlimited. The reason that I got this one and not just Kindle Unlimited is because I heard that it had got a revision. And I feel like that's always a step forward if it's being like edited again. So hopefully it's not too different. And if it is, it's like a good, different, positive one. Because, you know, it would suck if I bought the new one and the old one was better. And then the last ones that I got, I found this one, Kingdom of the Feared first. And I really, you know, I liked book 1. It was good. It wasn't great, but I have high hopes for it. And I do have Throne of the Fallen, so I figured I'm just going to get the hardcovers. I have Kingdom of the Wicked, which I've already read. And unfortunately, they did not have the second book, Kingdom of the Curse, which is where I'm at. I have had it on hold on Libby for over a month now. So I'm just waiting to get that. And obviously I want the book, the hardcover, but I'm going to have to wait because like I said, I'm not going to know buy. I was hoping that I was going to find all 3, but I didn't. it's okay. So that is everything. We have just a huge stack now that I have to put away, but I haven't even built the IKEA bookshelf. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna be moving all my furniture around. It is what it is. I'm gonna have to. And then see how I can set things up, because this room's kind of weird. It's like longer as opposed to wider. I don't know. But I'm gonna make it work. And I will show you eventually. So thanks so much for sticking around this super long haul. I mean, we had a ton of books to get through, but book shopping makes me happy. And I'm gonna cool it. I'm gonna cool it, but I'm not gonna stop myself from getting like new releases that I want. Although I think that I'm pretty good for now. The only one that I know is coming out that I do want is Wisteria by Adam and Grace. I think that comes out in October. And then I have some arcs that if they're good, I'm gonna want the book, but I'll talk about it in another video. Thanks so much for hanging out. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next week with another one. We're back at it, back to the routine. See you soon. Bye.